folks, the Let's Play Hardcore Minecraft Take 3. When last we left the Avatar, he got on his horse and began to explore the landmass that's north of his first mapped area. This landmass here with lots of huge open areas and thick woodland, as well as the odd really hilly areas with lots of snow and a chance of getting a llama or two. We might want to get some llamas back to our home base at some point, and we also need to keep our eyes peeled for the odd pool of lava that's being very sneaky, hiding away. If we had a, ooh! Oh yes, that is the, area that we've already explored. I was getting very excited there for a moment, thinking that I found yet another village, but that is just the village that we already know of. The village full of peril. The village that some people have said is actually one village that is spread very haphazardly over a hilly area, which makes sense because each village has its own bell, and we only saw one bell. Well, they don't have any bells anymore because we took their bell, but there was only one bell there initially. I mean, we could return their bell to them because we now have a bell from the village that's empty. But I didn't bring it with me, so well, I'm sure they'll be fine. I hope they'll be fine. This is over to where the mushroom biome is, and we filled in that area. I could be grabbing all of the pumpkins that I'm coming across, but we have a pretty steady supply of pumpkins. I don't need to worry about that. I do need to worry about this ravine, though. Falling into that would have been a very quick way for Emeralda 2 to die. And a very unfortunate way for Emeralda 2 to die as well. Now, we want to go up this hill. I see a way that we can go. This way. Up here. And a little jump. And we are up. Now, going over this hill, going to be a little bit trickier, but as long as we're not super fast, we won't get hurt. And we want to follow this line of unexplored area, which is going to be a little bit trickier than I want it to be. But I'll manage. Jump. And jump. Nope, that jump didn't do it. This jump did, though. Brilliant. Up here, over here, and we're actually in a cloud, and this is not the best place to be. Oh my, is this not the best place to be? We don't want to fall here. We really, really do not want to fall here. If we sidestep with our horse and get down to here, perfect. The Avatar could most certainly compete in the equestrian. He may even not get last. I've tried playing some of those games. I am rubbish at them, so you know. I'm really, really bad at them. There are a surprisingly large amount of them, too. Let's just go past all of you. And fail completely. Let's gallop over here instead. That's a lot better. A lot better. Up and water. Water is fine. Not if we're sinking in it. There we go. Now let us make our way over to the area that I left till last. Not including all the area with water. That's technically the area I'm leaving till last, but the area I'm leaving till last for horse exploration is over here. Maybe there'll be a village hidden there too. Who knows? It's not likely. But stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. I see a large open area. I see some cows. I see the clouds. And some squid. Don't need to worry about the squid. When they first appeared, by the way, I was terrified of them because I thought that they were a hostile mob and that they would kill me if I tried to go into the water. Then I looked up what they were and realized that I was worrying for nothing because they most certainly are not dangerous. What is dangerous is that ravine there. This area has an awful lot of ravines. I mean, ravines are great for getting resources, they're not great for exploring. They are not great for exploring at all. You know what, we're not even going to try and jump this. We are just going to swim. Fortunately, the Avatar is capable of swimming with one hand holding a lead, another hand holding a map, and just kicking his feet. He's really good at swimming. He's also really good at sleeping out in the wilderness, because we're about to be doing that. Again. It's getting dark. And if we go this way, we don't need to do anything with leads. But we will need to do something with leads in a moment to stop Emeralda 2 from galloping away. And that is not a ravine, though it almost looked like one. It almost looked like one. Alright, up here. Ooh. We'll have some of these. Why not? And we'll also have one of these too. Brilliant. And I think we will rest. Right here. We don't need to have Emeralda 2 on the lead. I just tend to do it because it means that Emeralda 2 won't walk too far away. Emeralda 2 won't gallop far away anyway, but it's nice to have that extra bit of security. With those flowers acquired, it's time to keep moving, and I thought there would be a river there, but there was not. Pleasantly surprised. Another sheep. And a small mountainous area. Not too mountainous, though. I say that, and then I see that there is a massive hole in the mountain there, where monsters will spawn a lot. So let us ignore that area, pretend it doesn't exist, and go this way instead. And find nothing dangerous, except trees. And we all know that trees are the most dangerous thing ever. I'm making that up. Trees are not the most dangerous thing ever. Unless they're treants, whereupon they could very well be the most dangerous thing ever. But fortunately, they're not treants. Or are they? Oh, can't get through there. Can't get through there, Kiko. You've got to go around. We've made remarkably good time when it comes to exploring this area. And this is even with constantly having to navigate past all of the trees. There are just so many trees. It's a good thing too. It really is a good thing that there are so many trees, because of all the resources out there, wood is one that you need a lot of. Even more than stone. There is this area here. We haven't explored over there, so I'm going to have to go and get into the water to explore it. Like so. There is a fish beneath me. I'm actually going to go this way so that I can fill out this area. It's going to be slow, but it's worth it. And then we just have that little bit, and then we can head back home, and I can get in the boat. There we go. Emeralda 2 is right behind me. Brilliant. We can, where is the lead? There's the lead. The last place I looked, of course. Now, this way is the way we want to go. Up here. Jump. 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 And more trees. And a giant drop that I need to avoid taking damage from. That really would have hurt. And that would have hurt a lot more if we didn't have Emeralda 2. There we go, round here. There is one perk to being on foot when you explore about. Forests are not so much of a problem because you can just weave your way through them. You do explore them a lot slower, however, and the last place you want to be caught at night is in a forest. Always bring a bed with you when you do lots of exploration. Always bring a bed. I didn't used to bring a bed with me, and that was a huge mistake. Nearly cost me my life a few times. There is a hole. Not a hole full of lava, just a hole full of, empty. That's a skeleton. That's a skeleton. Let's, avoid where the skeleton is, and jump up to here. where we can quite safely explore about without being shot at by without being shot at by arrows, I said. There, looking down and seeing that I could have fallen, and that wouldn't have ended well for me, I'm sure. I think the skeleton was underground, but still, don't want to encounter that skeleton. Carefully does it. Going south here, we're going to have to go over the water, but that is fine. And while I'm thinking about going over the water, we need some food. Let's go. Need to fill in this part here. A little bit further forward. There we go. And just this bit over here. And then it's a quick gallop back home, and then I will get on the boat. We're going to have to loop around the... don't want to go completely underwater, that is not a good plan. We'll have to loop around the edges of the map to fill in the top part. The rest of it, though, shouldn't be too tricky. Nearly out of the water. Nearly. A little more. There we go. It's a good thing we don't have to dry off our armour, because my, will it get wet. And potentially rusty. It's a good thing all armour has the magical ability to never rust and fall apart due to all of the lava and everything else that ends up on it at some point in your adventures. Let's go around here. Of course, nothing will save armour from the void. The void is a place that I'm very fortunate to have never dropped into. I can imagine the despair of falling into the void, and just knowing that everything you have got there is gone forever. Nothing is, well actually that's not true. There are a very tiny amount of items that are irreplaceable. Specifically, I can think of one item that is irreplaceable. And if you lost that, well, you could cheat and spawn it in, I guess, but I personally wouldn't. I would just take losing that item as a valuable lesson in being more careful. Are we going to get that item here? I'm not expecting us to, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. What isn't strange is that I've managed to completely explore the landmass on this map, and so we are galloping back home to go and start using the boat. And hitting that set of trees there is not how I'm going to get home. There we go. Really should have a weapon equipped, just in case we encounter any threats. I mean, we could encounter pillagers. Pillagers can appear during the day. In fact, I wonder if pillagers actually appear during the night. They may only appear during the day. They probably do appear during the night. You just tend not to see because you're usually resting. Or in your castle. Or whatever it is you live in. Be it a castle, a town, a hole in the ground that's actually a massive underground mining complex. I haven't built one of those yet. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't built a massive underground mining complex and lived in that exclusively. I have built a house in the Nether at one point and brought with me some things like trees and some grass. And then I started growing things. Growing things in the Nether is a very slow process because you can't bring water with you. So you just have to rely on the crops growing very slowly in the ambient light. You also have to be very careful of the fact that because they don't have water near them, sometimes they will just decide to go barren. The patch, that is. It will go barren. You've also got to watch out for ghasts deciding that they want to blow up everything, including your farming patch. There we go. There is the village that is not. It's a good landmark, that. A really good landmark. We're going to just gallop through it briefly. You can always grab some hay. There's quite a bit of it here, but I don't feel like doing so. So eerily quiet here. I'm curious as to what things are growing in that farming patch. Maybe at some point I'll come back and check. We are nearly home. We just need to head south now. But will we get there before it becomes night? I'm actually going to guess that we won't. And with that in mind, I think we really should stop by these mountains. Yeah, we're not going to be getting there before it becomes night. It's going to be a dangerous return journey if I don't stop. Let's take the long way around with that in mind. We're not rushing. No need to rush. Rushing will get me into trouble, and trust me, I don't want to be in trouble. Take the land route if you can, and if you can't, minimize the amount of time that you are in the water. Speaking of being in the water, let us get away from the witch's hut because of the perils of fighting a witch. Someone told me, by the way, that a black cat will spawn in the witch's hut on a full moon. Interesting fact to know. I could easily get a cat by going to the village that has no villagers, but if I wanted one a lot closer to home... Speaking of a lot closer to home... Hello! How are you? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get you over to, I'm really not going to be able to get you over there. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate, but you will just sink. You will just sink. Then again, maybe you won't. I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it a try, though monsters are going to start spawning around me very soon, and I don't like that. Alright, let's equip the... Actually, I can't equip the shield right now because I'm on a horse. Okay. I have a plan. It's not a good one, though. We use... Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to get over there. There's no way I'm going to be able to get over there with you. That is so disheartening, seeing that you are there, but there's no way. There's no way I'm going to be able to get over there. You're going to come into the water, and then you are just going to become a drowned. And there aren't drowned zombie villagers, so that is not an option. That is not an option at all. I mean, I could be very lucky, and a zombie villager could spawn on my way back on this landmass, if only you'd have been here. If you'd have been here, this would have been completely different. I could have got you there, and we could have cured you, and it would have been great. Unfortunately, no dice. We'll just have to leave you there and zombified. Okay. Lots of enemies here. Lots of enemies here, but we can easily avoid all of them by just going this way. Or at least try to avoid them all. Okay, let's quickly get away from all of you. And by quickly, I mean we need to go a lot faster than we're going. And, of course, keep our eyes peeled just in case. They're only going to go so far. I'm making myself a huge problem for later because they are going to become drowned. And there is an Enderman! Watching and waiting. There are two Endermen! Watching and waiting. Well, you can watch and wait all you like. I am not going to give you an opportunity to come and get me. I'm not going to give anyone an opportunity to come and get me. No one. There is a very magical bow there. I'm just very mildly curious that there may be a zombie villager by the village, and I'm just gonna check. Can't hurt to check. Can't hurt to have a quick ride around. The creepers will not be able to catch up with me. Okay, I see lots and lots of zombies. Lots and lots of zombies. And not a whole lot else? Just normal zombies that are all giving chase with their super shiny armor, and that really is super shiny armor these days. And a super shiny bow, but no zombie villager. A shame, but what can you do? There are lots of enemies, though. Just a cursory look about. And I don't feel like endangering myself by having you tethered outside right now. You can be tethered inside for the moment. Just tether yourself. Let's see. Here will do, while we go and rest. And so, when we come back, folks, we will explore the water on this map. And while I did look about for a zombie villager, the only villager I found was one far too far away from home. But while that was disheartening, there is a tiny bit of hope to be had because the odds are not as bad as I thought they would be. They're just not great in general, but not impossible. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Can we get over here? The answer is yes, if we do that. And was there a creeper over here I need to watch out for? Well, if there was, it is gone. And that suits me just fine. Excellent. Boat's in here. Let's not give those spiders an excuse to attack me. Not like they need one. And there's the boat. And we have all we need to do some exploration? Yes, we do. Marvelous. Later.